Hello class. I wanted to go over a few things to get you started with the class. Looking over here on the left side, you see the different sections of the classroom. In the announcements section, which is what I'm in right now, you will see any announcements that I've posted. Some of them are not available yet because they won't be until tomorrow. Please make sure you read these announcements. I will post reminders as well as the weekly video and any other pertinent news. Next we have Herzing assessments. You just can ignore this part because your assessments are in the weekly class folder and you don't need to do anything with this section. In the faculty info section you will find my information as well as my office hours, and at the bottom you will see a link to the office hours. This link is also in the classroom folders. You click on the link and it opens a new window. Now the first time I did it, I had to allow Flash to run as well as get an extension. They recommend that you use Google for best results, and if you want to talk you need to have a mic and you should have a headset. And you can share your audio, and that way we can talk by clicking on the share audio. I believe you have to set up your audio first just to make sure that it works. And you see my picture, that means I'm listed, and the participants I'm listed here. If you were in the chat then you would also be listed. Of course you don't want to use the mic, you can just use the chat and you would just type in this little box and then it would pop up and everyone could see it. And this is where I will have office hours. On Mondays I will have the live presentation. Check the faculty info for the times for your class. But I will also post that in a recording of that in the announcements if you're not able to attend. So back to our class list. If you go to academic coach information, you can see that our academic coach is Damian Kravitz. To make an appointment you would click this link. If you're having difficulty in the class, it's a good idea to contact the academic coach. Next we have the syllabus. You'll see the syllabus listed here as well as my late policy. I recommend that you download the syllabus and keep a copy of it. Also make sure you check the syllabus for the book. Make sure you have the right one for Office 2013. You need it for the first assignment, so it's really important that you get it if you haven't already. The e-textbook links to the bookstore. You should have gotten an email about the e-book. Please let me know if you haven't gotten that. Next is the classroom. This is where we see the learning outcomes and each weekly folder. If you go into the weekly folder, you will see a sequence of activities and you'll see here the due dates. So the first thing due each week is the initial post to the discussion, and then you have things due on Sunday. You have a required and suggested reading, you have the presentations, and then you have the assignment. Now to see the rubric for the assignment or to post an assignment, you click on the assignment, and then when you click the view rubric it will show you how the points are going to be determined, and this is what I use for grading. To submit an assignment you are going to browse my computer, find the assignment that you've completed, then once it's showing as an attached file then you click submit. Make sure you don't just save it as a draft because I won't be able to grade it until you actually submit it. Now if you make corrections you would come back here, browse my computer for the corrected file, and then it would have a link, a button that says create new submission, and that's how you would create a correction. So we'll go back to the classroom. Each week there's also, of course, the link at the very bottom to office hours. Next is the discussion. This is where you go to submit your discussion. So you can read the requirements, and you can read the discussion topic. This is what you're supposed to answer. Any of the questions in this topic, you're supposed to address that in your initial response. To actually post that initial response, you're going to click on the blue title, and then you're going to create thread. You need to give it a subject. It doesn't really matter what it is. You could say week 1 discussion, however you want to do it. You can also type your message in there, or you can type it in Word and copy and paste it into the discussion area. Make sure you check for spelling, so you would click the spelling checker, and you can format your message, whatever font and stuff you want. Then once you've got it all set, you click submit, and that's how you submit a discussion. Now to edit your discussion once you've submitted it, you're going to go back to the forum discussion. You're going to click on your discussion. So let me create one, then you can see. So I'm in student preview, and if I go to discussion, create a thread, excuse me, we'll call it test, and we'll say hi, and we'll submit. Then you'll see that it lists mine, and it lists the title. You click on the title, and then you have the edit. You would just edit, and it opens the box, and then you can just edit and click submit. So that's how you edit. Now to reply to a message, you click reply, and you'll see it says regarding test, because it's a reply, and then you would type your message in to reply. So 3 replies are required, and all your posts should cover 3 days. So I'm going to exit this preview. Okay, so there shouldn't be anything in discussions. I just want to make sure. Yeah. Okay, next we have the glossary, where you'll find terms and their definitions that you'll use later. Then we have the message section. To create a message, you click create message, and then you click 2. It only shows the 2 instructors. So what you're going to do is search for my name once it has all the students there. Move me over, then type in a subject, type in your message, click submit. If you need me to look at a file, you can browse the file here by clicking browse and then choosing the file. That way I would be able to look at a file if you were having difficulty, or if you have an error, you can send me a copy of that. Then when you get a message, it'll show a little 1 here. You open the inbox and open the message. Next is my grades, which isn't going to show anything because I'm in my account, but this is where you will see the grades after I've graded. Student Resources has several folders, has folders for each week, has different things in each folder related to that week, tutorials, links to different things, and I recommend that you go through these resources, and it will help you to get more familiar with that week. Library resources is like clicking on the library tab up here. It opens the library. You've got information about references. Then you have formatting and citation. I will be using this HUAPA tip sheet to determine if your references are correctly formatted. So I recommend that you go in there, get the tip sheet, save it. That way you can check and see. So for instance, on page 3 it talks about referencing the book, and I will talk more about referencing in my first presentation. Now that should be all that you have in your list. And once you go through all of the things and you're familiar with them, start with the discussion, because your discussion is due by Wednesday at 11:59. That's the first reply, or the first response to the discussion topic. And the discussions, most of them are worth 50 points, so it's really important that you do those. To get the full amount, you have to make sure you have all the requirements, which is 100 words per, for the initial, 3 responses covering, and your posts need to cover 3 days. I do not accept discussions after the week is over. I also don't allow corrections after the week is over. You can, however, edit your discussion during the week. So say if you did your discussion today and then you forgot to do your reference, because one reference is required, at least one, then you could edit your discussion before the week is over and add that and get credit for it. That's the only kind of corrections I allow to the discussions. That's all I have for getting started. I hope I covered everything sufficiently. If you have any questions, please let